Hispasonic.
Hola hispasónicos, estamos dentro de una furgonetita que forma parte del stand amplio de Teenage Engineering en Superbooth 2022, lleno de sus pequeñitas máquinas, pero bien potentes como bien sabéis, como nos van a detallar ahora tanto Pedro Pina como Tobías de la propia casa de Teenage Engineering. En especial vamos a ver esta minúscula pero bien cargada de funciones mesa de mezclas, 6 entradas por aquí, estéreo, 12 canales, se puede convertir en interfaz, en caja de ritmos, en un montón de cosas que nos van a ir describiendo. Y también fijaros cómo ha cambiado el aspecto del clásico OP-1, que se alinea en cuanto a estética con la mezcla, con la mesa de mezclas esta que tenemos ahora recién llegada al catálogo de Teenage Engineering. Os dejo con Pedro y con Tobías, que seguro que nos saben contar perfectamente todo lo que implican estas novedades.
Ok, antes de empezar a hablar de TX-6, que yo particularmente tenía muchas ganas de ver cómo era y me ha sorprendido gratamente, una gran sorpresa ha sido OP-1 Field, que es la evolución, es la nueva versión de OP-1, y sí que es verdad que cuando llegamos ayer a la feria pensábamos que era un OP-1 con un chasis metálico, un poco en concordancia con TX-6 y la nueva serie Field, pero cuando llegamos al hotel por la noche y nos pusimos a ver redes y vimos Hispasonic, el anuncio del nuevo OP-1 Field, y vimos que tenía como 100 características nuevas, fue como, wait, espérate, esto es más grande de lo que parece. Y pues eso, no podíamos evitar estar aquí con Tobias para que nos diga qué tiene el nuevo OP-1 Field, what is new, what's included in the new OP-1 Field, and all this field it's a new family.
It's a family, very good. It is let me just start by going to the traditional one here. There we go. No, sorry. So the new thing with OP-1 Field is we are taking everything we learned from the original 10 years,
Okay.
and now we bring it to the next chapter.
Okay.
So it's the same principle: synth, drum, tape, mixer, 4 tape tracks,
Okay.
but everything is stereo, and the audio quality is must improve.
There are new tape modes included.
Exactly.
I read.
Yes. So in the old one we had 1 tape, uno
Okay.
tape. Now we have 8.
Oh.
So shift and tape, you get into a tape browser,
Cool.
and then you can see the studio 8-track. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we go. A studio 4-track, the porta, and the disc mini, and then you can load and create your own your multiple tapes. And so up to 8 tapes that you can instantly replace.
So tape on the classic OP-1 was one of the greatest features.
Yes.
And most loved by users. And now you have 3 steps farther.
Well, exactly. 8 steps maybe.
Okay.
No, so it's still the corazon, the OP-1. It's still the heart of the unit. So it's still, you find synths that you like, you find drums, and you record on the tape. So it's still the same operation, but just multiplied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It has some new synth engines.
Exactly. So let me connect it.
Okay.
We have the side here with the line out, and I connect that, and then the USB-C, and so I'll let you operate. So with synth mode,
Okay.
you directly see the new thing here. And
Okay.
I'm turning up the there we go. The OB4 that we have connected to it.
Okay.
So this synth engine is called Dimension. And
Sounds really well.
You tweak it very well, so you can get the range for it. And of course, there's a lot of presets. With shift and 1, you can get to those. And you see the gradual shifting between
Love
the
it.
waveforms.
Love it so much.
It's morphing between them. So it's quite smooth. It's FM based,
Okay.
and I think we get a lovely sound. So shift and 1, and you get some of the presets.
Pues vamos a explorar un poco algunas de las presets del motor Dimension.
Wonderful. So that's Dimension, an FM synthesis, and it's the only new synthesis engine currently that was not available in the original. But like before with the original, we will keep updating.
Okay, cool.
So that was the new synth. In drum mode. There's all new stereo samples. So we have the D-box still, the synthesis based, but we also have drum, and then we have 16 new drum kits. And I think there's a reverb on, let's see. Yeah, we get to that later. So stereo samples, and of course we have the sequencers as before. So we recorded these in many sessions, so we're really happy about the drums that's in here. And with the stereo, we can do, if we go into this, for instance, if I hold shift, I see it's left and right.
Okay.
But I can also, exactly, so I can pan between the
you can control the attack.
Right. But also, if I click here, so press it, it says AB. And then you can not only just left and right, but you can stack it. So you have maybe the sound and then the effect.
Okay.
And you can adjust the level between those components of the sound.
It has a layer mode.
Yes,
so
exactly.
With AB, and you can decide what you want to listen.
Yeah, correct. And that's per slice. And also
per sound.
Yep, exactly, per sound. Exactly.
Okay.
And if also per sound, you can click here. Oh, sorry, click here rather, and you go into a zoomed in edit mode.
Okay, so then you can.
So fine tune the in and out points and so forth. And then you click to exit again. There you go. And it's just a more precise way of editing.
Definitely.
Yeah. And that's the same with the chromatic sampler and in the sampler here. You can get your in and out points. Okay, so we have synths, drums, tape. We show the different tapes.
Okay.
Where you can load up to 8 different tapes. You can rename them, back up, and it could be used.
Some based on classic tape recorder.
Exactly.
La de Porto Studio. Okay, cool.
A disc mini. These are leftovers from Superbooth experiments. And I hear It's just like the same. It's same as the old one. So this was my experiment tape, let's say, and then I go to shift tape, and okay, I want this instead, and then I press load. There you go. My other song or whatever.
Even you can see the head going up and down when it's played.
Yeah. And if you load a different tape style, so shift and tape again, and go down to let's say this, have this one, and press load, then it's another graphics. But again, it's the same principle. And
and you can change the tape mode over recorded material.
Wonderful question. I've gotten that question before. No, you cannot. So it's
not yet.
Well, you got me. No, that is currently, I guess, yes. It's whatever you record onto will be that medium, so to speak. So that if you record to reel, it will be reel. If you record to disc mini, it will be that. And the differences is slight audio quality, basically.
Okay.
So if you want a grittier, you go for something. And there's a new reverb. So if you press master, or rather mixer, and then the two, mixer, and then here we have the same different effects like before, but with another addition to the reverb section. So it's called Mother.
Okay.
And child is listening to Madre, and when it's far away, it's the large one. And when she's close, it's closer. So we still have the spring, but this is a more high-end.
Okay.
So. So I think,
love it.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good, we think, and it's 32-bit throughout. So input processing, internal recording, output is 32-bit. So it's high resolution. So we still have the album recording. So you can do mix down, you can do two sides, of course, but also we have a built-in FM radio transmitter.
Not only receiver, transmitter.
Exactly. So we go to that, and then we can set the frequency that we want to transmit on. So it's very heavily regulated. So we won't be able to do a pirate radio.
Okay.
But the potential is there.
Cool. That's why you are teenage engineering.
Well, our mindset is free like teenagers. So we have that, and then we have Bluetooth.
Okay.
Low energy, and MIDI over USB. So here we have some connections. So here's the MIDI settings. We have a list of the Bluetooth devices.
Okay.
Now before I had the TX-6 mixer. Now it's disconnected, but if I pair that, I can work them together, for instance.
Cool.
Yeah, there's one new sequencer in synth mode called Hold. Here we go, which allows you to hold a chord on one octave and then play on top of it. So let's see. Do that again. Here we go, and we lock that. Oh no, it's in mono. Let's see. There we go. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm learning this myself. So go again. There we go. Now it's held. And then if you go higher octave, then you can play on top of that. So if you have a sustained sound, then you can have a chord memory, basically. So let's see if we can go to synth, and then where are we? Here. There we go. And you notice we added click functionality to the encoders.
Curious.
So exactly, I'm a drum machinist at heart, so I haven't been spending much time with this. But there's that. With looping, it's seamless looping now. So there's no clicks or cuts or artifacts when looping. And even when looping something and turning down the speed, it's very smooth. And now it's just a regular or a random drum pattern, but the sound quality would. That's the input level.
Okay.
Then we have a system menu where you set the clock.
Okay.
That's auto set from the FM, but you can also set it. And then we have there we go. Brightness for the display, country for the FM transmission.
It's a new display. It's an improved one.
It's a higher resolution and adjustable brightness. It's still a challenge with a really sunny day outside, but the resolution is good, and the battery life for the entire unit is 24 hours, so it's improved as well.
Great.
Tuning, and then the battery. There's also, let's see, system. You say power off delayed. So if you turn that off by accident. No.
Cool.
Good. We're back. So when playing live and accidentally, if things happen, then you don't have to worry. So just a little detail. And then finally, we built the guide into it. So shift and help.
Shift and help. Okay.
So if you turn with the orange here, you can get basically the quick start guide right built into the unit.
Great.
And it's in English currently, and then you can get to the
web page.
Yeah, web page after. And we're working some with web MIDI, so there will be interesting stuff happening with this.
Whoa. Excellent.
That's OP-1 field.
That's more than what you expected yesterday when we arrived to the booth.
You didn't told us about such many new features.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe because we were just focus on that baby?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Like, what's the new? It's a metallic OP-1. No. It's more than a metallic OP-1, definitely.
Yeah, no, we're very happy with it. It's been we've been keeping our mouth shut, so we surprised the world.
Exactly.
I mean, even though we get comments all the time, when is OP2 coming? When is OP2 coming? Well, there's OP1 field now.
And some of the new features included on the OP-1 could, on the OP-1 field, could it's expected to be implemented on the former the OP-1.
Sure. I mean, the hardware is fully updated, so it's new hardware. It's a new platform, but like the click functionality that could be added. Some of the concepts and functions could be added. It's not. I don't know yet how it will be. We will continue to support OP-1 original.
Right.
It will be phasing out eventually, but we will continue to support it. And like the new dimension synth is not possible, and some of the like, for instance, the 32-bit audio resolution is of course not possible.
Y ahora vamos a hablar de TX-6, que es esta precisa que cabe en la palma de mi mano. Sabíamos que era pequeño, que era muy pequeño, pero no tan pequeño y tan compacto. I was saying that we expected to be compact, but not so compact.
Right.
It's like it feels in your hand. So what can you tell us about the TX-6?
So TX-6 field mixer is a 6-channel stereo mixer with 12 mono inputs if you want.
Okay.
It's USB-C. It's MFI certified, so it works with iPhone and iPad. It also works with Mac, PC, and Android, or even Linux. So at its heart, it's a mixer, 6-channel mixer. So by default, it's equalizer, 3-band, level meter, and faders. And as you turn the level meters, you will see the response in the display. It is quite instant. And how do you feel? How do you sense
The feel is incredible.
Yeah, and there's
it's not a typical tiny slider like wobbly. You know?
Right.
No, it's so solid.
So every component is custom made. We designed everything. There's no off-the-shelf parts whatsoever. So that why we can control exactly the
exact
feel.
position.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to bear in mind your physicality. So if you have large hands, it will be
like me.
Yeah, maybe, exactly. So of course that it is a tiny mixer, but that's actually why we did it. There was nothing on the market like this.
It's
so
tiny, but it's solid, so solid that you cannot move the next encoder. So yeah.
And so so it's a 6-channel mixer, but it has built-in effects. So send effects and insert effects. So maybe we want to put some sound through it. So maybe, what do you want?
Some kind of drum loop, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know what's in here. Here's something. So I'll make a short loop. Here we go. And I'll make sure to turn off the effects in here. There we go. And then you have the input coming in here. And with the shift button, you come back to the home screen. So press here. And then the select knob is your level, your main level. And right now it's connected to the mixer. So around 80, I think we had it.
Okay.
There we go. Something like that. And the EQ, let's see where we have it. So I go to the menu by holding shift and select. And let me just set the pots to EQ first. So the potentiometers can be assigned
to different options. Okay.
Very much so. So it can be EQ, it can be custom for the 3 rows,
Okay.
custom per channel,
Cool.
or dedicated for the synth engine. But let's set it to EQ for now and confirm that. There we go. And then exit. So now we have, of course, low, mid, and high. and these are set frequencies, and he decided to give the user a simple and effective EQ. So there's not so much parameters you can change. You can change these, and that's what we give you. You can, oh right, now it's in synth mode. We're getting to that. There we go. So now I have the solo button here, or sorry, mute. Exactly. But I can set that to whatever I want. So if I go to solo, now I have it to mute. Exactly. But it can also be solo, or it can be solo momentary. So for maybe live performing or so, or it can be mute momentary. So that's customizable by the user. USB, if I go here, I have my 2-channel or
12 in channel.
Yeah, or 12 out over USB.
Okay.
Potentiometers, we covered that. Maybe before we go into the synth, we can try the built-in effects.
Great.
So press here, there we go. And these are insert effects, insert, and that's send. So to apply it, just hold the button. Or tap the button. And to change the effect, there you go, you got it already. And there's a few different algorithms. And it's a great mixer for left-handed people, especially when you're filming, because sometimes it covers the display. But and if you in the video, if you see the display is flickering, that's just in the camera. In real life, we look at it and it's super crisp and super steady. So that's some of the. There you go, exactly. And now it's there. You go. And now you can turn this. So when it's an X, it's off. Now it's off.
Now it's off.
Yeah, and you press it again, and then so this is a
the mount.
Yeah, this is kind of a gate effect, and this is a freeze. It's a momentary. So that's more of a creative. So it's freezing a frame basically. Some tape effects. And now it's off. Turning. So we have 3 different modes basically. Resonant filter.
Cool.
There you go. And the send effects are per channel. The insert effects are 1 channel or all channels.
Okay.
So that you can switch. We can calm that a bit again. So we go to main menu again. So we have the MIDI settings. All the knobs and faders send MIDI CC. So it can be used as a MIDI controller. It both sends and receives. Currently, it only receives MIDI note information, and that is because of the built-in synthesizer. So in play mode, you can use the track buttons to play the built-in sounds. And of course you can add effects to that. So you can use you can live play, or you can turn the sequencer on, and then you go into this, set the tempo, and right now there's an effect on. And to replace the sounds, you go shift
and
that. And right now it's filter, but we keep tapping, so it's EQ, compressor, so that's on a bit. And now we have the kick. So that's our kick track, but it could be whatever. Let's go with kick. And if I hold and tap again, here I have the frequency. And let's extend it a bit with the length. You can really boom. And I go back. And same with all the sounds. It's quite limited, but it's all simplicity, so it sounds pretty good.
but don't forget we are talking about a mixer.
Exactly. Yeah, and teenage engineering mixer, I guess. So, and you can use, while this is playing, you can still use the inputs in parallel.
As a mixer.
As a mixer, yes. But it would be affecting the input or the internal also. But if you want to use, for instance, the 5 channels and then keep the OP-1 on the 1, you set the sequencer pattern to any of these, random, or you set it to none, and then that's free. So the input 1 is now, I can play my OP-1 here. And it's random, some of them. So. And of course, then you can use the functionality here in the OP-1. So that's the built-in sequencer. There's a final mode in the sequencer and synth is the tone. So whichever track you have a synth sound, it will be sounding, and then you can make droney landscapes, for instance, and you can apply the effects on that as well. So to turn it off, you go back to off like that. And then we have settings for MIDI, for BLE, Bluetooth, low energy. Tuner is, we can try that actually. So I have my OP-1 in the 1, and let's try a C. Where are we? Yeah, it got it. And then I can use that for any input. So we even input guitars in here, and so you can use that as a tuner. DJ mode is funny. Currently, I have OP-1 coming into the 1, but if I set it to this mode or to this mode, if I turn the mixer, can I do that without the audio? There we go. So now this acts as a crossfader between inputs 5 and 6.
Okay.
So whatever you put in here, you can use this as a simple DJ mixer. And then to go back, we just go back again to the normal. Memo is kind of like OP-1, where you store effect settings. Limiter is a simple limiter on or off. VU, you can set the pre or post fader. LEDs, depending on what your preference is, you can increase the intensity. Maybe you want to go bright for the camera.
Outside,
There
okay.
we go. And then display, you could have dark mode or sorry, the intensity. Let's max that. And then theme, we have a dark mode and a light mode. So now we can switch that. I kind of like the dark myself. Name, you can name it for the Bluetooth connections. There's a ground noise isolator if needed. You can check the version, battery level, and then a reset for factory resetting. If you need to go back to default settings, you just turn, and done.
Okay.
So it is not an accident.
Exactly.
Yeah. There we go. That's TX-6 field mixer. The inputs, we have the outputs here. You have your main out going to your recorder and camera. We have the Q out going to the OB-4, and then the aux we could use to make an effect loop.
Okay.
Or we could send to another recorder. We could use it however we want.
So cool.
Thank you. And I mean, yes, the form factor is both what sells it and what makes it not accessible. Because if it's too small for you, then find something else. There are larger mixers on the market.
Definitely.
There's not many smaller mixers that can do this much.
Exactly.
So it could be that this is the perfectly right mixer for you. But
Yeah, but if you own OP-1s, OP-6, pocket operators, Cork Volcas, or
Sure,
Volant
exactly.
Boutique,
Yeah.
or let's see in the future if Eurorack,
see in the future.
that's something we have discussed.
no, it won't break with Eurorack signals. It's not designed for it, but it's
or whatever will come in the new
Exactly.
field line.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what happens.
yeah.
Great.
So the field system from Teenage Engineer, we're super proud and we're super happy, and we are so thankful that people are wanting to check it out.
Thanks for your time,
No,
Tobias. See you soon. And, okay,
And,
pues nada.
Bueno, pues eso ha sido esta presentación del TX-6. Como veis, pocas cosas podemos encontrar en este mundo tan pequeñas y con tantísima funcionalidad dentro. Realmente sorprende. No olvidéis que también hace funciones de interfaz con nada menos que 12 canales, que es también muy sugestivo en tan pequeño formato tener esas otras funciones, más las que ya habéis conocido a través de esta extensa presentación. Muchas gracias, Tobias. Thank you so much. Y nos vemos el año que viene. A ver qué traéis para entonces. Hasta luego.
Gracias.